At SMUD, diversity inclusion is very important to us. In fact, it's one of our core values. So diversity inclusion is something that we look to do every single day. And so we want to bring in the best and make sure we have an environment that they can be their best.
Philip Leung from HR and our inclusion department brought over the idea to us about bringing in Kaylee to help out with our training needs at SMUD. So kind of help support our trainers and the programs that we ran. She came in and just really synced in with everybody, and we were just given a little bit of training beforehand of just what the program was and how to incorporate Kaylee into our work group, and she has come in seamlessly, and we would be lost without her, I think.
As an office specialist, I am responsible for the tasks such as organizing files, whether they be paper or digital, and also help set up the classes as well as clean up when they're done. Setting up the make the coffee, get the snacks, get the name tents ready, and all the other materials needed before the class gets started. What I like about working at SMUD is the whole environment is really, really nice. I am so fortunate to be able to work with co-workers in my work area. They're super nice and super friendly and super helpful. And I'm very thankful to be in that group.
Just because somebody has a disability doesn't mean they can't work, doesn't mean that they don't bring anything to the table. And Kaylee brings so much positivity and so much of herself to her work that she's just an asset, and you gotta give them a chance.
So Philip Luong contacted me from our inclusion office to see if there was any work that we had potentially that would work for Brian. He had talked about the work that they were currently doing in HR with some scanning and all that, and if we had anything similar. He'd heard that we had some scanning work. So we did. We had a lot of scanning work that was taking a lot of our time, and I said, absolutely, I have some work that potentially I can at least do for a few months, if not longer, and we'll see if it works out. Within days, he was up and running and doing a fabulous job. My team was worried about the quality of the work because it's very important that we scan and we attach to the right accounts and that in our system. They, within a couple of times of checking his work, said, I don't know why we even bothered. It was absolutely perfect. We've never had such perfect work. I wish I'd have known about this a long time ago. This is an amazing opportunity for both of us.
Well, I hope Kim will have me work on more projects as soon as I'm done with those folders.
So when we started with Brian, Amanda came in and worked right alongside with us to see the training and that, to show him what to do. Then Amanda sits with him and makes sure and kind of checks in to make sure that he's following the process. And as soon as she's comfortable that he's good and we're comfortable, then leaves him on his own. But then she will come in and check on him and connect with him. And then of course, if Brian has any questions that he's not comfortable with asking us or is not sure, he'll reach out to Amanda and then she'll connect with us. But it's been pretty darn simple, if you ask me. There's not been a whole lot, and Amanda shows up like clockwork to check on him, and so we know he's in good hands. Plus, I've also assigned one of my team to him as well, so that he's comfortable with a member of my team to ask questions with.
What I like about SMUD is that I like to do all the printing copy files like that on the copy machine. I like emailing on the Microsoft Outlook, and then I like to email and then reply messages.
Brian's filled a niche for us that was needed, and I feel like it's a win-win. It's giving him an opportunity to be out in the workplace and do things, out in the workplace, and I'm assuming feel valued, and we're definitely getting the benefit as well with the work that he's doing and the quality of work that he does.
The first introduction to Jackie I had was on paper. She had sent a bio about who she was, what her disability was, and the best way to work with her. And so she came into our office and she sat down at the desk, and she had a job coach with her. And we kind of just started giving her information. We did introductions, and it was a fairly smooth introduction. It was kind of the soft introduction on paper first, and then she came in with her coach, and it just seemed like a very easy fit.
I scan for power generation, and I scan papers into electronic documents into EDM, as well as doing quality assurance to make sure that things that are scanned, have been scanned before me, look all right.
At first, we were having people quality check her work. She does a fabulous job, so that hasn't happened in a while. Now she's checking our work. We're having her do quality check on some documents that have been scanned in the past. My team, they want to work with Jackie, and they realize the value she adds, because there's a lot of that documentation that we need to get into electronic format. So, you know, learning to work with Jackie in a way that she will follow instruction, they're on board, and it's not difficult. It's like, write out a procedure, tell us what needs to be done, and she'll do it.
SMUD has been life-changing, absolutely life-changing. Everybody, friends, family, support staff at my apartment have noticed a huge growth within me in terms of how I see myself, how I view the world around me. I've become a lot more positive in how I see the world around me. And I just light up when I talk about what I do, and I can't wait for people to ask me, oh, what do you do for work? Oh, I work at SMUD. I love saying that. And I just love the coworkers I have. I feel like they're like a second family almost, because they've all just collectively taken me under their wing, and then eventually I just started looking forward to coming to work, which didn't happen in the past, where I would just wake up and be like, I'm going to work today.
So if you start looking at your business, and you start looking at your practices, and you start looking at those tasks that they need to be done but nobody can get to them, you know, there's an opportunity there for somebody to step in and give it a shot. I mean, Jackie came in and we were cautious at first. You know, we were having the job coach work with her. We were, you know, checking her work, and she just blossomed.
I think that my presence breaks the mold of maybe preconceived stereotypes that maybe people have had about people that have disabilities. So I kind of take that, and they see me, the person, instead of all the things that I might or might not have been diagnosed with as a child. They see me, Jackie the scanner.
When I learned that there was a technical whiz kid working here in the web group who needed a placement, we were really excited, because in information security we have a pretty significant job skills shortage, and it's something that people who work outside of IT don't really realize. So we're constantly looking for quality people that can come and work for us, but that really understand the technology. When we found out that Josh was interested in working in information security, it was really an important thing for us. So we were happy to bring him onto our team. He's done a great job. He's really gotten up to speed with, you know, all the different security tools that we use in our group, and it's definitely been a beneficial relationship for both of us.
I'm working with a team that, you know, we monitor network traffic, and we work on phishing emails and analyzing them to determine if they're legitimate or not.
He is a pretty quick learner and dedicated to this job. He really likes it, and I can tell that just because every time I see him, I want to do this, I like it. Regardless of who you are, when you first come in, we will have to validate your work. He is treated no different. As time goes through, he has more and more responsibility put onto him, and he is able to satisfy them without being checked.
SMUD is a very great place to work. It's a lot of friendly people, understanding people.
It's really been a seamless transition for us. You know, there's not, I think a lot of people might think that there's like a lot of overhead when you hire someone this way, but that hasn't been my experience at all. We, you know, use our same timesheets, and like logistically, there's not a lot of additional overhead or anything like that. So I was a little bit skeptical at first, I'll be honest, you know, because I've never gone through this process, but now that I've been through it, I really don't have any qualms about it, and I would highly recommend it to other you know, supervisors at SMUD and at other employers in Sacramento.
I really do like the information security field, and since I started, I've done a lot, and I've been growing, learning a lot as I go.